Fabulous. We got it. There we go. Okay. Nikki, can you see my screen? Is that all right?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, got you sorted.
Fabulous. Okay, so you've made it, and it's fantastic to see you all. Okay, so this is hopefully going to be reflections and next steps. We've got a few little slides to show you before you go and share everything that you've learnt together on your reflections. So still the same. So housekeeping rules, ideally cameras on, microphones off. Again, if you've got any questions that you need to ask either of us, just turn it off and shout. Oops, there will be lots of discussions and hopefully in your breakout rooms because it's all about sharing those next steps and reflections on what you've been doing. Okay, the online content will be definitely useful, so you should have had a worksheet or something to work from anyway. But I think Stacey sent it you in advance as well, and always, we can maintain that confidentiality. Okay, so this is your framework for today. Just to give you a little time to just quickly read through those. Nope, always moves on, even though taking timings off. Would you believe? Okay, and like we say, you'll be able to read this during the recording as well. All right. These are general outcomes for today. So we're going to hopefully reflect on your NPQ journey. Um, think about your next steps as a leader of SEND, whether that is you're aspiring in SENCo or are a SENCo, what you're going to do next, and then that preparation for final assessment. But like we said before, Jan is going to run an additional session on the 15th of April, 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock, to go through the final assessment again, just like she did in the conference as well. Okay, so moving on to reflections, those key messages. So this is an opportunity for you really to think about and to reflect on and discuss that module 11 reflection template document that Stacey hopefully has sent you that link to. And hopefully it was completed during that online pre-work for this module. We're going to be focusing on what those first 3 sections actually are. So those school visits, those leadership qualities, and also that implementation. And this will be a really good opportunity for you to identify some of your actions, hopefully. Brilliant. Okay. So these are your reflections that you've been asked to think about. So hopefully they do look familiar. Just thinking, please let it be familiar. So these are the questions that you were given to reflect on through your task. We need to have made sure that you've considered the impact the school visit had on your leadership, how your leadership skills have developed over this program, over the course of the time on the course, and what those leadership qualities actually are. What are your next steps for those implementations and how you have used the planning process to ensure success as well. Okay, so we're going to set you into breakout rooms. So alongside these as well, we would like you to discuss those for around about 15 minutes each and then consider your next steps. Okay, so you'll have 15 minutes on the first lot to reflect on, and then 15 minutes to talk about your next steps. So, what exactly are your next steps? And make sure that you've chunked them down. Okay. Something that you can really start to implement across school or across your department, or and that's going to have that immediate impact. What are you thinking about your long-term goals? What are they? What support do you actually need to import to that important start again, Cheryl. What support do you actually need to make sure that you are acknowledging that journey, okay, that you've been on and are going on, and how are you going to make sure that you actually get that, receive that, okay? Who are you going to turn to? Who's going to be able to source that support for you, and make sure that you are surrounded um, to evolve as a practitioner. Okay, you've not just done the NPQ, you've not just done the qualification, but what are your next steps? How are you going to evolve as a SENCo or a leader of SEND? And then the last thing would be, what are the challenges that you need to that you might be thinking of? Okay, what might they be? And how might you want to tackle them? How are you going to overcome them? And then eventually those assessment and reflections from that pre-work can also be used during the discussion on the assessment section as well. All right, so just thinking about all those. So you'll have 15 minutes for the first part and then 15 minutes on your next steps. All right. Right, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go into breakout rooms, but I'm just looking how many people we've actually got.
I've just
Oh,
put all of that in the chat as well.
yeah. Okay,
The
so
all the points too.
there we go. Hello, hello. Have we got everybody out? Oh, yeah.
Have
Oh, no,
we?
there's still Joe.
Oh yeah.
Is Joe coming? Don't know. Well, maybe she's waiting for it to close. Oh, no, she's here. Hi, Joe. Wasn't quite sure. Okay, so hopefully that's been useful and you've been able to have those conversations. On our next slide, it does say, is there anything else that you need kind of from Nikki, I suppose, from a trust point of view? And I'm just thinking about you, Laura, from from a potentia type of view as well. So and we were I was going to do a Slido to be able to like grasp that people's ideas or next steps or whatever, but just in the discussions that you've actually had, just thinking about like what else you need. Is there anything that you need? So things like I don't know, networking or team building or uh, other people's support. Is there any resources or best practice that you want to see or want to share with others? And I'm just thinking about those next steps and those plannings. Is it that you personally need something, or is it a trust or a school-wide development? So, yeah, just what would you like? And if there is anything, just let us know. I don't know. And if there is, just unmute. Because if there isn't, then that's also fine.
Nick,
Yeah.
sorry, I've not put my hand up. Is there any mileage in us being invited to the Senko network meetings?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
know
Yeah.
not all of us are the school Senko, are we? But
Yeah.
and we might not always be able to dip in if other people from our school are going. But I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it'd
Well,
be
even
nice
if,
to know when they are and what's on the
yeah,
agenda for people to go. Actually, oh, that's really relevant for me this
yeah,
time.
definitely. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So yeah, I can add you. And actually, what I could do then is if I add you all, that's if you want to, I could add you to the Embark Senko's group email, so that whatever I'm sending out to all Senkos, you get it. And then that way you would get the invites to the Senko networks, but any other bits, I often send things out of, anything that's relevant or um, so any of you that were involved in the whole school send TA professional development. I don't know if any of you were actually. Um, all of those kinds of things go out, and some of it's relevant, some of it isn't, but it's quite good to be in the loop.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's yeah, no problem. I can do that. So I'll add you all to the group email. And I think the next network is March. It's quite soon. I've got a feeling it might be March the 11th. Just have a very quick look while we're there. Oh, it's telling me I need to sign in. I think it's definitely early March. But I will email you. I'll email you the date. And then yeah, add you to is there anybody that doesn't want me to add you to the Embark Senko Network email group? Well, okay. Probably I'll do that then. Yeah,
Okay.
good idea.
Anything else? Is there anybody that would like to go to a different school and just have that experience of somewhere else? Because I'm more than happy to
Any
coach.
recommendations? I'll go to another one.
And I'd like to come to you, Laura. So
You come to me and I'll go to
yeah,
another.
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Laura?
I don't really know. So the one that I went to was an SEMH specialised school. I think I would like to go to. So I've had experience of secondary mainstream. I think I'd like to go to another mainstream, maybe with like an enhanced provision or something.
And is it a secondary or is it a primary?
Well, either, because I've gone from teaching secondary. I'm now in EYFS. So
Wow, that's quite a jump.
yeah. So I think anything really. I think if
Okay.
if I was to go back into mainstream, it would be secondary, but I'm open.
All right. So if Laura, you've got both mine and Nikki's emails.
Yeah.
We have 4 resource provisions, hubs, things.
Yeah.
If you would like to come and see one of those, you are very, very welcome.
Yeah.
All right, just email me and honestly, just let me know a couple of dates so I can meet you there. And
Okay.
absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah, I will be led by you. All right,
Thank
so
you.
email me. And probably the same as Nikki as well. So just
Yeah,
if you
absolutely.
want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
we've got Aldica. You've got an enhanced resource, haven't you, Joe, at Aldica?
We've got 2, yeah. So we've got deaf and hearing impaired unit,
wow.
and we've also got our level 1 provision for sixth form. So
Yeah.
There you go.
very
Yeah.
welcome
Might
to
be
come
yours.
visit.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's not too far from me either.
No, I think that'd be really useful. And to be honest, I think I would, if you go to JMAT, Laura, I would love to jump on that as well and
Yeah.
come with you. So
Yeah.
if that's all right with you, Cheryl.
Yeah, of course it is. Absolutely.
And the same with Aldica, you know, if you wanted to go to Joe, I would I'd happily
Yeah.
come with you to that as well. Always like
Brilliant.
a look round another school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Anything else from anybody? No?
If you think of anything, just email us.
Yeah, we are like nothing's gonna stop just because we're not
Yeah.
doing the NPQ anymore. All right, I'll share my screen, but I'll probably skip over a couple of things as well. Oh, there we go. Come on. Is that it, Nikki? Is it there?
That was it for that bit, wasn't it? I think it's the
Yeah.
assessment bit now. Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay, so that was just us. All right, so just thinking about your assessment really, and the next steps on that. So we're just going to have a quick, I mean really quick, recap on the summative assessment, what it is, recap on how you might approach it, review what you have learned from previous cohort, what we've learned from previous cohort assessments, and then thinking about how we might answer any questions around assessments as well, or if you've got any questions around assessments that are giving you a little bit of a, oh my gosh, I can't, I'm not quite sure. All right, and Jan has already been through these as well. Okay, so you'll have that assessment to complete. And we were just saying, Nikki, weren't we? It normally drops on a Monday, so for me, it would be really useful to just have a look at it on the Monday night, when you've downloaded it, have a think about it, have a pair of fresh eyes on the Tuesday night, and just go over it again. And then maybe if you are thinking about if you're having any release time or PPA or however your school are going to support you with this, then please don't leave it till the last minute unless that's how you work best, but please don't leave it till the last minute. All right, so just thinking about how you work best. Okay, so literally reading the case study just like we did with Jan, and then writing a response. It'll contain that information about a fictional school, or a setting. So we saw pupil performance data, excerpts from an Ofsted report, feedback from staff and questionnaires and pupils and things like that. Okay, you'll have 8 days. Okay, to complete your final assessment. So make sure your time is spot on. 2,000 words. That is the maximum word count. Okay. Anything beyond those 2,000 words, it will just not be counted, it'll be redacted. And again, thinking about no need for footnotes, no need for appendices, and no need for hyperlinks as well. Okay. We know that it's not not phase specific, so it could be primary, it could be secondary. I don't know if it could be special, I don't know, but I'm thinking it could be primary or it could be secondary. All right. Summative assessment is designed to test your knowledge, all right, on the NPQ content. So everything that you've looked at and studied on your NPQ. It's not your knowledge on a particular school or phase, all right, so that you can apply the knowledge that you've learnt throughout this qualification itself, all right, and the systems, and demonstrate that you know those as well. Okay. It is that open book. It's not an exam style assessment at all. And you need to, and you will be able to refer back to those NPQ statements and relevant course content as well in that NPQ framework. So it will all be there for you. You can use it. Okay. That it's more about the depth and not breadth. Okay. So you're required to demonstrate your depth of knowledge, all right, in parts of the NPQ framework and the case study relates to. It's not about writing those reams and reams and reams and covering all the NPQ framework. It's about knowing what to do and why. Okay. I think, is there any questions on that? Just thinking. No? Okay, so then when we're thinking about that approach, these, again, like Jen, and Jen's going to go all the way through it as well. Really simple. Read the question, all right, and like I've just said, read the question first, and then read the case study, all right. Make notes all the way along, and just give yourself time to think about it, and then hopefully you'll give it, but in that time you'll be able to reflect and come back to it. So what I did, I downloaded it, scribble all over it for the first time. And then the second time I came back to it, oh, hang on a minute, I've just thought about that. I've just thought about that. I've just had this. Okay. And then that third time that you look at it, you want to be more specific. Okay. And how would you actually diagnose that problem? What would you do? Okay. And look back on our NPQ notes. All right. So I think that's all I want to say on that, because Jen will go into more detail. What do you think, Nikki?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think just making sure that you are confident around those potential solutions, and that you're not going really, really wide. You've got a real good focus on what they're going to be. All right. And then consider that approach to how you're going to implement it. Think about your own implementation cycle within your own study or in your own setting. What did you use? Think about that diagram that we used in the conference, those 4 areas. Okay, of understanding that approach as well, that implementation cycle. Have a little go writing it and then review it, edit and finalize it. Okay, I think that's all I need to say. Okay, and then this is all about what we've learnt, because you are the first cohort to go through the NPQSEN. We haven't had anything yet, all right, from them. So we don't really know what your case study is going to look like. We've just been given a case study, a sample case study that we've based around. Okay, so this is based on the NPQSL feedback. Okay, so what they've learnt is that there was that lack of evidence of knowledge related to the framework. You need to just reference the framework. Okay. And Jan will go through those in much more detail. It's just around putting the number in the letter, or the number in the both numbers. So it might be the first module, it might framework 1.1 or 1.B. What you've learned to and learn how to. Okay. You've got to make sure that you've done that wider reading. Okay, and looking at it, if you don't prove that you've got those references to where you've had a look at, then absolutely you can't justify your response, really, and you can't argue why you're doing what you're doing or why you've chosen to do what you're doing. Okay, that consideration of a broad spectrum of improvement rather than focus on a priority for improvement as requested in the question. So they've focused on far too much. Okay, and not being able to identify that priority. So that was that weaker submission, that low pass. Okay. And that the responses did not show their knowledge or understanding of that sustained phase. How are we going to make sure that what you put in place is going to be sustained over a period of time, or over from that point onwards? Okay, and just understanding that. Give response to part 3 to lack of clear instructions, clear structure. So just make sure that you go through it really logically, really. Yeah. Okay. And then attempt to include structure plan. Yeah. So you just need to be very, very structured in the approach, really. Yeah, I think that's it. And then just for you, I would keep this slide by your side when you're writing it. So those stronger passes is everything that we've just addressed, but better. Okay. So really thinking about what the problem is, and its impact, detailing those specific strategies. What are you going to do? You've identified this as a problem, or as a priority. Okay, what are the specific strategies and approaches that you're going to have? Okay, and how are you ensuring that you're approaching it with that robustness? And how are you justifying that this is the focused area and why? Okay, show that you've used the framework and know the framework really, really well. Okay, and don't, like I say, those modules that you covered, once you've read it, go to the leadership module, go to the module that is all about setting culture, because those will be your frameworks. They are on that framework there, so it will already have the learn to and learn how there for you. Okay, so just thinking about what evidence is in there. When you're thinking about the broad range of reading, especially around that, showing that curiosity, I think it was module 3, 4, all right. If you go back to that module, you will be able to look for all the research and the evidence we talked about. Okay, so in that module around curiosity, quote, or not quote, but use Margaret Mulholland. Okay, use her evidence. That was showing that you've done that wide reading of evidence. Okay, so it's all there. Just go to the module that you're focusing on. The evidence and the research will be in those modules. All right. Yeah, and then there's a clear understanding and a clear use of that EEF implementation cycle as well. All right. Fabulous. And you can read the rest. All right. Again, they will know if you've copied or run it through AI. That's not okay. Make sure that you've got a really good understanding of what you've written, so that it's not plagiarized. Please ensure that it's 200 words, 2,000 words, sorry, because like I say, anything else over it will be redacted. That comparative judgment, Jan went through it. Okay, so it will be marked comparatively, and how it works is those assessors read two responses and decide which of those two responses they think is better. All right. Each assessor will make a series of these judgments, and then each written response is judged several times. So, like we say, that's the reason why it takes so long. It is passed to a lot of people to make sure that you are passing, and it's a strong pass. All right, and then the judgments are combined to place every written response on the consistent measures scale as well. So they've got a measurement, they know what they're going to do, and absolutely, they'll pass it. All right, you will pass. We hope you will. You're brilliant people. All right, moderation. It's externally moderated before you receive your outcome. All right, and please don't be gutted. But it is literally a pass or fail, and you don't get any feedback. All right. Yeah, but I mean, if you do fail, you'll be offered one more opportunity to submit it in the next assessment window. All right. So please don't be gutted. You'll just know pass or fail, and then just celebrate. All right. Are there any questions around the assessment? Because obviously Jan will go through it again on the 15th of April, 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock. If there is, just shout out at me now. If there isn't, I will move on. I'm guessing not. Nikki?
It doesn't look like it.
No, definitely not. Okay. So really, all me and Nikki would like to do now is just know what your final thoughts are and any questions. Yeah, just think of one word. Think of one word to summarise your NPQ experience or how you're feeling at the end of your course. Really. Okay. Yeah. And I've done a little Slido for you to. Well, actually, shall I just? Yeah. Just if you want to do it. How are you feeling? Any final thoughts? I don't know. Or do you just want to shout out actually?
Might just be relief.
Yeah, just we've done it. We're here.
Ah, that's a good one.
Invaluable. Absolutely. Yeah. I hope that's meaning you. You are invaluable. Eye-opening. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fabulous. I'm really happy that you have. And I think we have, haven't we, Nikki?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a learning curve for us too.
Yeah,
Oh, brilliant. I'm really
definitely.
pleased.
Yeah, and I feel really proud, because well, apart from you, Laura, sorry, but you're all Embark aspiring or practicing Sencos. Yeah, I feel really proud of you as a group of Embarks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And insightful. Yes, it has
Yeah.
been. It is insightful. I don't think people really know what the role of a Senko is until you actually experience it.
Um,
And it can be overwhelming at times as
mm.
well.
It
But
can be
we want,
really lonely at times as well, I think. And so, which is why I think these kinds of groups are really important.
yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, thank you for those. And as always, the feedback is very much appreciated, even though there's only a few of you today. But we've absolutely loved being with you, and
Yeah.
we wish you the best of luck with your assessment. But we know you will absolutely smash it,
You will.
absolutely smash it. And we are really proud, and I feel really proud to have been part of your journey. And I want to say thank you to Nikki, really, for inviting me along on it.
Well, I want to say thank you to you, Cheryl. You're amazing. So I've loved working with you on this.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So as long as you've done your feedback, has everybody got it? I'm just looking at faces. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fabulous. And then it's just good luck.
And just email if there's anything, if you get to towards the assessment and you begin to panic, then yeah, just drop us an email.
Yeah, definitely. I'll stop sharing and stop recording. And then if you want to ask any more questions, we will.